Hey everybody, Scotty B here. Hope you're having a great day. I want you to look at this statement behind me. $10,000 to $20,000 per month by December 2013. Even if you're starting today, even if you're just getting started in January, February, March, even April of 2013, absolutely. How about a couple of other statements? The highest average income based on the total number of active affiliates in your pay area within your compensation plan. With regards to what we're talking about, specifically in your pay leg in a binary, in the history of the industry worldwide. How about this one? Highest average volume per active affiliate in your entire organization and within your pay area of your compensation plan. Again, specifically with us, your pay leg in a binary, in the history of the industry worldwide. Bold statements? You may think so. If you watch these videos, there's going to be two videos. If you watch these videos from start to finish, I'm going to prove to you that what I'm just stating is 100% accurate, absolutely true, and available to anybody if you can be very coachable and follow a very, very simple plan. Now, I've just been reading this book, Risky is the New Safe, by Randy Gage. Great, great leader in our industry, awesome book. I recommend that you read that. You know, it's interesting because as I was looking at this, I was thinking it's pretty risky to make this type of statement. But you know, it's only risky if you don't have anything to back it up. It's only risky if you don't have any validation. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I've been in the industry for 23 years. My friends call me Scotty B. My name's Scott Merker. Been in the field. I've built huge teams domestically and internationally. I'm known for building very, very fast-growing teams. I've also been on the corporate side as well as a co-founder of two network marketing companies, one domestic, one international. I've built businesses in 141 countries all around the world. So I've got a lot of experience on both sides of the equation in this industry, and not a lot of people have that. But more importantly, what I'm going to share with you, it's not about me, it's just the experience I've had enables me to see what's getting ready to take place, having been in the corporate and also in the field. And this is exactly what's getting ready to happen. Now, what you see is you see a couple of categories right here. We're talking about specifically the coffee business with Ganoderma lucidum. And if you're not in our company, this is primarily for people in our company, but if you're not in our company, this may seem a little foreign to you. At the end, I'll wrap some of that up. But what I'm going to show you is the merger, the convergence, if you will, of traditional home-based business, multi-level marketing, direct sales, that category there, with traditional business, commercial applications, bringing the best of these two together. And I already heard you already heard me say that we have coffee, right? Well, coffee is the reason it lends itself to both of these applications coming together in one convergence. So we're going to talk about this. Now I want you to look at this. Food service establishments, customer service businesses, internal affiliate owned, Gano cafes, kiosks, mobile carts, and packs. Let's talk about these three for a second. Food service establishments. What's a food service establishment? Well, that's a restaurant, that's a delicatessen, that's a bakery, that's a kiosk on the side of a street that serves food. That's any place that serves food to the general public, where people come in to eat, to get something to eat. They're the paying consumer, and they come in and get something to eat and to drink. That's a food service establishment. Customer service businesses, what's that? Well, that's any business that does business with the consumers, where consumers come into their establishment and they may serve them something to drink while they're waiting or while they're conducting business. That could be things like law offices, doctor's offices, car dealerships, salons, spas, insurance agencies, real estate agencies, any businesses that you have a meeting where you go in to meet with an executive or a manager, if you're interviewing, you know, any place where there's some kind of interaction with non-employees that are coming in to do business with that establishment. That's another one, second category. Internal affiliate owned. Internal affiliate owned. You know what I've found over the course of the last 23 years almost in this industry is that when I look at my organizations, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, that you're going to see on average between about 25 on the low side, 25% on the low side, as high as 40% on the high side of the people who are in your organization that own some kind of business. In many cases, they own more than one business, and sometimes many different types of businesses. But if you look at your entire organization, what you're going to find is that on average, somewhere between 25 to 40% are actually already entrepreneurs. That means they already own a business, and this is a business where they do business. They've got employees there and they're doing business. Now, I want you to think about this for a second as well. There are a lot of businesses that don't do business with the consumer base on a person-to-person, face-to-face basis, but they also have employees. It could be an office with 3 to 5 people, an office with 20 or 30 people, an office with a few hundred people. It could be a big office complex that has thousands of people, a big factory, a big office. So think of those as well. Gano Cafes. What's a Gano Cafe? Well, a Gano Cafe is a coffee shop that serves our products only, strictly. Now they serve other things like cafes do as well, but they serve our products specifically. Kiosk. What about kiosk? Well, kiosk, if you've ever gone through a shopping mall, especially these days, it's like every 10 to 15 feet you see another kiosk. The ones that I think of primarily are the guys who are flying the little helicopters, little helicopters buzzing around, and the guy with the remote control, and they're calling, hey, come check this out, and they're trying to get you to come over to buy things. Well, these days when you walk down most shopping centers, every 10 to 15 feet there's another kiosk, and usually all the way through the hallways of shopping areas there's kiosk after kiosk after kiosk. There's some people, professional people, and they have many of these kiosks, and many times they're single-owned kiosks as well, but I want you to think about that. Mobile carts and packs. What are these? Well, if you've ever been in any big city around the world, you see mobile carts where people are serving food and drinks and different things. They're usually on street corners or in little plaza areas where there's office buildings around. Any place where there's a lot of high traffic volume that people want something to eat or drink. And of course, mobile packs, well, that's something new, but it's actually a pack that somebody wears on their back that has a hose that dispenses whatever beverage is in the back, and it's got a little thing where you pull a cup off and literally you serve one at a time. It's great for fairs, for festivals, for events, things like this. So I want you to think about all these different categories, because every one of these categories represent an opportunity where somebody perhaps would love to have a cup of coffee. Well, if you could have the absolute best coffee in the world, coffee that's one of the healthiest coffees in the entire world, coffee that literally, if you do your research, you will find is coffee that can help you potentially to have a better quality of life. Now, the coffee itself is premium gourmet coffee, just to start with, but we enhance it with something called Ganoderma lucidum. That's going to be up to you, if you're not part of our business already, to do a little bit of research. You can go to a website called ganoresearch.com, or if you go to WebMD, even better, to PubMed, PUBMED.gov. So PUBMED.gov, that's a website that the U.S. government has, and if you go there, if you type in Ganoderma lucidum, and you search, you'll see over 1 million pages of medical documentation from all around the world on the actual substance that we use inside our product. What you'll find if you do more research is it's labeled as the king of all herbs, the most powerful herb on the entire planet. And that's what we're talking about. The best part is, again, if you're not part of our company, you would never know what's in our product. If I mixed you a cup of coffee and served it to you, you'd say, wow, this is one of the best tasting cup of coffee I've ever had. You would never know what's in it because you can't see it, you can't smell it, and you can't taste it. But as you continue to consume it, you're going to get the benefits. They're very, very powerful. So when you look at this right here, this statement of $10,000 to $20,000 per month, I'm going to show you in just a minute how anybody, even starting as late as April of 2013, can get started with an aggressive action plan by the end of the year, be in that category or that range of income, $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, I know a lot of people that watch this will say, Scott, especially if they're outside of our company, they'll say, Scott, you're doing like all the other MLMers. You're hyping it. You're over promoting it. Well, what I'm going to show you on the next page, or on the next video, if you will, I'm going to show you some specific examples of why I'm not hyping this and why I'm not over promoting this. Matter of fact, if anything, there are going to be people who will do significantly better than what I say in even shorter period of time. But again, that's going to be up to you to make that call, up to you to make that decision. But I just wanted to plant these seeds. I want you to think about places that serve food, even independent coffee shops that serve other kinds of coffee that may say, you know what, 30% of my clientele are people who really are concerned with maximizing their health, and they would love to have an opportunity to have the best tasting cup of coffee in the world. So think of those, think of customer service businesses where employees come in and out. Think of internal affiliate owned, 25 to 40% of your downline already owning a business. Of course they're going to want to put their own product in that business. Gano cafes, kiosks, mobile carts, and packs. So be thinking of those, because as I take you into this next video, you're going to see very clearly how this all plays in to what can be a financial windfall for you and your family. Be right back.